Coach, it's the NFL on EA Sports, and there you get a look at Paul Brown Stadium on the banks of the Ohio River in Cincinnati. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Los Angeles Chargers and the Cincinnati Bengals. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Now a first carry for Melvin Gordon. And this defense feeling the encouragement. They stop him at the line of scrimmage on the first play of the afternoon. No gain on the play there. Second down. The stop for no gain brings up 2nd and 10 from the 20. Rivers now on 2nd down. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down. So he can't hang on. And as I watch that on... I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Right, you know a coach said that, right?
Yeah.
Not an actual player. Not a chance at all. Way easier said than done.
So now an early 3rd and 10 here on their opening drive. Here's Gabbert. Trying to force it to Allen, and it's intercepted. William Jackson with a pick. And they take over. They'll set up shop at the 46-yard line. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts.
Go, on the ball! On the ball! Hey! 4 down. Hey, watch this!
The former second-round pick, this is Joe Mixon, as he's got this down inside the 40 to the 39. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. The success there, Charles, coming on the outside of the field, the ground game. Curious to see if that continues as we progress.
Yeah, we often talk about a variety in play calling and usually between run and pass. But in this case, with strictly the run game, you can be creative there as well. Run it inside, run it outside, keep the defense off balance.
Second down, Dalton. And the catch made, it's Tyler Boyd. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. 12 yards that time, and a Cincinnati first down. And a nice start there to the aerial attack to pick up the first.
And I think preseason is officially over now. Getting into the groove of the regular season, that's a great way to get started. First drive of the season, what a nice completion.
Practice. Hey, get ready for something coming left. Hey, hop!
Now Dalton with a 1st and 10. Throw left side, complete to Ross. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
It's 2nd down. Dalton looking. They'll set up the screen here to Mixon. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains.
I like the screen being called here early in the game, especially on the opening drive, because, Brandon, when guys come out of the locker room, especially those pass rushers, they are so amped up to get to the quarterback that you can use that against them, and a screen pass is a great way of doing it. A lot of teams against good pass rushing teams, they want to run the screen 10 to 12 times in a game.
Over here, yes. Move.
Dalton, 1st and 10. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, JWUB Brown. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Brandon, this is why golfers do their best to never count a score in their head before the ball goes in the cup. This looked like a slam dunk for points on this drive, didn't it? Instead, they throw an interception, and they're going to come away empty.
And the Chargers coming out on the field now. That opening drive ended with the INT. It didn't lead to points, but still not the way they were hoping to begin the game.
But how about going and telling your defense, thank you, a huge thank you. You said it didn't lead to points, stalled off that drive. Now they've got a chance to redeem themselves and maybe reward their defense a little bit by putting some points on the board on this one.
On 2nd down, they'll run with Gordons. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. A big run there, 29 yards and a 1st. That's his longest run of the 1st quarter. And, Charles, we talked before the game about them needing to establish the run game. They'll be looking for more of that.
And they got to the perimeter. So that tells me that that's part of the game plan of what they want to get done today. So they'll have some complimentary runs where he'll run it to the inside. But it appears that when they want the big yardage, they think they can get to the outside and make it happen.
A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
They'll try to throw here. Gabbard under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Nick Vigil. Tough to handle on that blitz. He gets him for a loss of 5. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. Zero accountability, and a sack resulted.
Now the throw on 3rd down, knocked away and incomplete. To punt it away on 4th down, here's Drew Kaiser. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone. Costly.
Bad enough to throw it anywhere, but that drives coaches insane when they're thinking about, hey, we've got a shot at points already. We're already in a spot where you're thinking you've got 3 on the board for sure, and to come away with nothing, that's a really tough one for them to swallow.
Yeah. Will they make up for it? Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. He gets this one to Boyd. And he's taken down, but able to get this up to the 20-yard line. Well, right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards. So the previous play, a big help, as now they'll have it 1st and 10 up at the 20. Dalton on the draw to Mixon. And he finds some space past the 25 to the 27. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Next, the receivers help spread the defense out, and they were able to come through with a slashing run.
But to that point, it's going to be interesting to see the personnel chess match as this one progresses.
Yeah, you're exactly right. Can they continue to create running lanes out of passing sets? And if so, it's going to be a long day for the defense.
Dalton throwing on 2nd down. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down. So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3.
There you go, 368. 368.
From the gun, Dalton looks to throw. He's got his man here. It's Green. And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a first down. First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the first. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Now a first carry from Giovanni Bernard. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
Well, that didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
To throw on 2nd down. Dalton. And caught right side, Green. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. Third down from the gun, Dalton, and almost picked off. I guess the good news for them now, it's 4th down.
Well, nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're seeing.
Interestingly, that throw was probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. Now this is fielded in the end zone. A very nice job on the run back there. He'll get 23 yards all told. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over. The Charger offense making their way back out there. And things haven't started so well for this side. 2 drives, 2 punts.
So now you've got to start looking not just at play calling, but which guy's going to step forward and say, okay, let's get this thing done. Because within that unit of 11, sometimes one guy can make a big-time play and break through the barrier.
He'll start the drive with a run by Gordon. And he finds some space past the 25 to the 27. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
Second down, Gabbard. Complete, it's Henry. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 17 yards for the Chargers there as they've got themselves a first down.
Nice job, nice patience right there. Put him on the right side, let him work his way across, put the ball in his hands, and let him work his way upfield with a catch.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Now Gordon on first down. Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. Making the play defensively, Carl Lawson. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. In trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
The rush defense stout on first down. Here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. A second down throw for Gabbard. It's complete right side to Benjamin. And all the way in for a Charger touchdown. Travis Benjamin, 56 yards. And the Chargers are able to strike for 6. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions, and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
Sturgis out now to kick this one off. This will be fielded at the 6. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. Now this Bengals offensive unit ready to see what they can do here. And the results for them have not been strong to this point. 2 drives have ended in a turnover and then a punt.
So would it be too snarky for me to say that they've shown improvement? Because you had two drives with turnovers. Now they punted it away, so at least they didn't turn it over. So that's good, right?
You're going to get some angry users reaching out to you on social media.
Well, I don't mean to be. I was actually looking for the positive. Silver lining, you know.
A first down throw coming for Dalton. Got his man. It's Eifert. A gain of 6 there on first. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he was unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4.
Good. Back this. 368. There you go. 93, 52, 93, 44. 44.
Snap came at 1. Now here's Dalton. Flush to his right. And he slings one that's incomplete. He was looking for his favorite target, A.J. Green, that time. And it's 3rd and 4.
A pretty rocky start in this game for the guy throwing the ball. Already has thrown 1 interception. Almost threw a second one right there. All he's doing right now is giving the defense a whole lot of confidence.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. Dalton here from the gun. He finds Ross right side. It's complete. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. first and 10 for Dalton. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. They'll get 14 on that one. Good for a Bengal first down.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen, where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield, a really nice pickup.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another first and 10.
Hey, get ready for something coming left.
Mixon with a first down carry. And he's going to get across midfield and into Charger territory. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on second down.
368!
Looking to throw on second down. Dalton on the screen. Bernard. And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield.
Time to give a little credit here. That was an excellent read by the guys on the defensive side of the ball.
Oh, you're crediting your defense.
Got to credit them on that one because they tried to fool them, right? Tried to trick them. Ran a screen, and they went to it and smothered it for a loss of yardage.
And Bengals on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 11. From midfield here, Dalton. Got a man open. It's Ross. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a 4th down.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. And Bullock will put this one through. And they are on the board, trailing now 6-3. A minute 57 to go in this first half. We'll come back to Cincinnati after this. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Chargers offense gets set. They head back onto the field. Gabbert now to throw on first down. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Geno Atkins busting through to get him for a loss of 6.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. Now a handoff. This is Gordon. And some space here. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. That one good for 10 yards. And that'll bring up a 3rd down.
It seemed like the situation was 2nd and a mile to go for a first down, which screams what? Throw the football. You got to pass in order to try and pick up that kind of yardage. But in this case, they ran a tendency breaker because the tendency is for defenses to be out there and be set up for a pass. So you break tendency and actually run the football. That changes everything because if you're able to find a crease, you often have bigger guys working against smaller guys downfield. They picked up excellent yardage there to bring up a 3rd down.
And he makes it all the way down to the 31. A huge gain of 40 yards on the 3rd down conversion. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30.
Richmond.
First down, Gabbert. Incomplete. That's Gordon. And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well.
It's funny, throughout the time that we've been together, when we talk with running backs about the ability to catch the ball, their eyes light up when they talk about open field and having one-on-one matchups, don't they?
Yeah, they do. And that's the reason why. What we just saw, shedding those tackles, and that's what they're used to doing.
It is, and it starts at the beginning of the play. One-on-one matchup if someone's trying to cover them, but they also like those one-on-ones downfield after the catch when they're running with the ball. They think they're going to win those, too.
Dre Kirkpatrick, the cornerback, up to make the stop.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stopped that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
Gabbert now on second down. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, thank you, sir. A field goal separates these two teams as we come back for this second half. We'll see if week one fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. The Bengal offense now with a football first here to begin quarter number 3. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football.
Under heavy pressure, and down goes Dalton on the sack. Joey Bosa in there to bring him down for a loss of 7. Second down, Dalton. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. So he got free of one tackle but couldn't do a whole lot else. Give him 5 on the screen play, and that'll set up a third down.
I wonder what was going through his mind when he got the play call. He just got sacked on the previous play. He knows they're coming after him again. A little bit of guts to stand in there, take the hit, and successfully complete the screen pass. Really well done.
Move!
Third down, a shot here for Dalton. Looking for Green, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Casey Hayward, and he'll return it to the 24-yard line. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
So following the interception, here's Gabbert. And to the right side here, it's Allen. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. That throw good for 4. It's second down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Now Gabbert. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. It's a good gain of 11, sets him up first and goal. Here's Gabbert. His pass caught at the 4. And he's in for a Charger touchdown. Tyrell Williams from 8 yards out. And the Chargers capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. Now the Charger offense will stay on the field as they'll line up to go for the 2-point try. They're going to give it to Gordon. And he will get into the end zone. So the lead stretches from 9 up to 11. Sturgis out now to kick this one off. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Now the Cincinnati offense ready to see what they can do here. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. They'll try to get the run game going. This is Mixon. And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. It's second down. Dalton looking. Over the middle, that's caught by Ross. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Corey Legion with a great push up front. He picks up the sack and a loss of 8.
Over here, over here.
To throw on second down. Dalton. Oh, he almost had it. Already with 1 interception, just missing his second there.
I think someone's going to get into QB1-0 when he gets to the sideline. Already thrown an interception. That one should have been picked. Look, let's just be honest about it. That'd be the second person in his ear because he's hearing it in the huddle right now.
Not the start to the game he wanted. Like you said, the pick on the opening drive, second drive, not much better. Off the play fake to Mixon. This is Dalton. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
Well, we're into the second half now, and this is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. Pilardi now on to punt as he sends this one away. Now Benjamin. A great return there of 22 yards. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Chargers getting set to go. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
A first down throw for Gabbert. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And it drops down incomplete. Thought he might have had it. Instead, second down.
One thing I know from experience is that when the deep ball is thrown and you're the defender, you've got to fight that little bit of panic that emerges. You've got to play the ball really well. It's a 50-50 jump ball play. And guess what? They took a shot. How are you going to win it? And in this case, they managed to get it done.
On second down, Gabbert again. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep 2 hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. The Chargers on third down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. From the gun, Gabbert. The Bengal pressure gets him that time. Down he goes. Geno Atkins in there to pick up his 2nd sack now of the afternoon. Here's Drew Kaiser now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
59.
Dalton, 1st and 10. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out, incomplete. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. Passing again. Dalton on 2nd and 10. Dumps it off to Mixon. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. It'll be a loss of 1, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 11. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. To throw on 3rd down, Dalton. And this one is incomplete.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man-on-man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
Returning, it's Benjamin. Oh, look at the juke. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Chargers offense now, they get set to head back on the field. This crew had to punt last time they had the ball, but when you've got a lead like this, you content to play the field position game?
You are to an extent, especially if you like your defense, because you have the lead, you've been controlling the game. But why put them in a tougher spot? You want to get out there and get something done on offense and maybe take command of this game yourself.
And able to get this one all the way up to about the 46-yard line.
Something to watch here in week 1 of the season, tackling. Because you and I both know that in the preseason, a lot of these guys don't play a whole lot. Plus, the intensity and the speed really ratchets up on opening week.
They keep it on the ground. Again, Gordon. There goes Melvin Gordon. Past the 20. Touchdown, L.A. Melvin Gordon, 54 yards. And the Chargers find a way to stretch their lead. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one, because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
Sturgis out now to kick this one off. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Bengals getting set to go and hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win first down. You win second down. And guess what? You start accumulating first downs. And that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
That's a really alert defense there, because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense. Countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
Dalton off play action. That is incomplete. Tyler Boyd, the former Pitt Panther, was the target, and it's third down.
This has been a really nice day for the defense. They've made it so difficult to find open receivers because they're able to squeeze the passing lanes down. A lot of what they're doing is communicating. Receivers in one area, receivers in another area. They're almost what they call passing them off from one defender to the next, even in zone defenses, and making it very hard to find an open spot for the quarterback to deliver the ball.
Now Dalton, and the Chargers rush is going to get there. Down he goes.
I think we've seen this before. Someone's down 3 scores. That situation there, it's just going to add to their growing frustrations, don't you think?
Yeah, a bad number 3 right now. 3-score game, third quarter, 3 and out, not what they wanted. And you can tell on the sideline, those faces are getting a little bit longer as this one goes. It'll be a 51-yard punt that time. Here comes the Chargers offense now back out onto the field. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked. But you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
And he'll find his man on the out route. That's Allen. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down. This quarterback now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. Out of the gun, Gabbert. This is Gordon on the dump off. Back now in Cincinnati. It's Charger football, and they've got the lead as well as we begin the fourth quarter. So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down. Now the handoff comes to Gordon. And some good tackling there as he stopped up at about the 41. Give him 3 yards, and now they're left needing a conversion here on 3rd and 6. Gabbert to throw it. Allen has it, left side. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Charger first down.
Didn't they tell us in our meetings that they needed to account for him on each and every play?
You think? A guy of his caliber? So how does a guy like him get that wide open?
That usually means there's a tire breakdown on what the coverage was. That everyone thought they were doing something, and they were supposed to be doing something else. But bottom line is, no matter what, you have to know where he is and cover him on every play.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. And they'll go with a ground attack here. Runs through the contact. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. You said it earlier in the quarter when we saw a broken tackle then that we might see some missed tackles here early on in week 1, and that's another one right there.
Yeah, not a surprise at all. It will even out as the season extends because everyone will get used to the play speed. But right now, here in the early season, the advantage definitely goes to the offense.
2nd down, Gabbert. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Well, we always talk about how you've got to be quick when you go through your progressions, and here's another prime example. Trying to look downfield, he was standing in the pocket, but just couldn't find anyone open, could he?
No, not enough time. They hit him and forced that incompletion. So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. Throwing, Gabbert. He's got his man. It's Williams. And he will have the first before he's brought down right on the chalk of the 20. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs. This quarterback now 11 of 16 through the air. It's 1st and 10. From the red zone now, Gabbert nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19.
Reset. Black 99 Philly.
To throw is Gabbert. And that is incomplete. He was looking for Travis Benjamin that time. And it's 3rd down.
Quarterbacking 101. Never force the ball into double coverage, especially not this close to the goal line. The windows are so tight, you just don't want to force it in there because it could be tipped up and picked off.
The Chargers on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This will be 3rd and 19. Here's Gordon. And he'll take this down just shy of the 25-yard line. 3 yards won't be enough here as that'll bring up 4th down. Caleb Sturgis now for the Charger field goal. This a 43-yard attempt. And Sturgis able to knock it through. And that will stretch the lead up to 3 touchdowns now. It's a 21-point game. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
This fielded at the 2. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line just across the 25. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
Well, this at least is the right idea. I think they've got to get the tight end more involved.
He had just 1 target in the first half, incomplete. Now incomplete here with the first target of the second half.
Yeah, should not stop them at all from going back to him, though. Find him. Find him.
Second and 10. Dalton once more. Boyd's the target, and he has it over the middle. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. 18 yards on that one, and the Bengals are moving. 1st down.
As long as you go through your proper reads and progressions, the drag route can be one of those old reliable plays because usually it's good for a good chunk of yardage, as we just saw there.
And those guys like it, right? They can get the ball with a full head of steam.
Especially against man coverage, because man coverage, they're typically running away from someone and not worried about traffic coming out on the other end.
And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
I hope I don't sound too rah-rah on that one, but that's the exact right throw. Either your receiver gets it or no one gets it. Give him a lot of credit for being really precise with it.
Got rid of it. No one got it. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down.
There you go, 368. 57, you got 59 over there.
Dalton sets up play action. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. 23 yards on the play.
5-0.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. Green with a catch left side. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Incomplete.
See, I'm not quite sure how to judge that one. Maybe didn't have enough legs underneath him. Mechanics might have been off. Maybe some fatigue. That one came up short.
Yeah, fourth quarter. Maybe you do start to watch as the arm there, the leg's still there. This has been a tough game. So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Play action now. Dalton. His throw caught right around the 6. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
On the ball! On the ball! Hey! Nice.
And again, Andy Dalton to throw. And off the deflection, it's caught. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. They'll wind up losing a couple yards here on the play.
Go. We're good. 57, you got 59 over there.
And it'll be Dalton again. And it's caught. The catch good for 6 yards, but now it's 3rd and goal.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Nixon trying to punch it in, and he takes it into the end zone. Touchdown, Bengals. A great play there, taking it in from 2 yards out, and the Bengals are able to draw a bit closer. Extra point up and good by Bullock. And that cuts the lead to 24-10. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Now the Chargers offensive unit ready to see what they can do here. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try and increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. This is Gordon as they go to him again. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll make it 3rd and 1. Whistles and a timeout at the 2:05 mark. So this defense wanting to get one more pause in before the 2-minute warning, and they do just that. The Chargers on 3rd down, 3 for 7 so far in this game. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. Gabbert. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. Time for a break. We'll come back and see this one out after this. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. The handoff goes to Gordon, running left. And he'll get inside the 40 to maybe the 38-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
This, in all probability, another run here on 2nd and 8. Now a handoff looking right. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. Vontez Burfict, the one to get him down.
I think we can safely say that those types of players are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt. Now
Gabbert. And Incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down. Now the Chargers will use the second of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. So out comes a field goal team now for the second time here today. This to make it a 3-score game late. And that one's not going to get there. Not enough juice. An ambitious effort, but it's well short. And this score will stay right where it is.
Well, this winds up an empty possession. Everything looked okay. He just never got the ball on target. And knowing him, he'll be disappointed with that effort.
A very good starting field position for the Bengals here as they come up 1st and 10.
368!
Here's Dalton. He's going to let it fly. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Casey Hayward. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Obviously disappointing, but you had to go for broke here, down 2 scores. So that forced you to make some throws you definitely wouldn't want to make. And I think this interception is going to pretty much write an end to this one.
Now with just 1 second showing on the play clock, we're going to get a timeout. That'll be their 3rd and final stoppage here as we step aside. And they'll run it here. And he's got some space here. And they'll get him down up past the 15, just shy of the 20. It's a gain of 15, and that ought to just about put an end to this one. They'll keep it on the ground. This time it's Gordon. And he is going to be stopped here at the line of scrimmage. And time is going to expire in this football game. And partner, this